The commoner format is quickly becoming the entry point for Flesh and Blood in terms of organized play. Not only is it obviously much cheaper, but as a format it has a lot more of a back to basics type feel as compared to combo heavy Blitz. And I was in gym last weekend doing some setups, and I noticed that commoner has finally been added as an official format for OP events like your armory events. And I'm beyond stoked that this has happened. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there folks, welcome back to Dice Commando and Go Again, a fabulous cast. Now first, a few shout outs to Cody. If you're watching, thanks again for swinging by the army last week and for your kind words there. It was great to meet you, man. To Nathan Jacquard, you are doing a great job over there at Goin, and keep it up. If you folks are ever find yourself over on the east side of Portland, you should look up Goin for your fab events. I promise you'll have a great time. And to the rest of the DC team crew, I really love interacting with you guys on a daily basis on the Discord. Team shirts are incoming, and I cannot wait for Worlds Weekend. We are going to look hot. All right, so I want to fully admit, tonight's topic isn't exactly breaking news by any means. And in fact, I'm not exactly sure when it happened. See, back in May, you guys may recall I shot a cast with Sean talking about the kickoff to the Commoner Crawl series here in Portland. And as part of that, it came up for me that it wasn't yet, meaning Commoner wasn't yet in Gem. So sometime between then and now, at least, is when it happened. But my fogginess on the timing doesn't make the fact that Commoner is now open season any less exciting. Speaking, by the way, of the Commoner Crawl series, the next iteration, number 4, can you believe it, number 4 already, is on for next weekend. It is on a date that I dare not say on the YouTubes for risk of getting into some algorithm. That said, you can see it over here, and you should join us. It's a great time, and my favorite part of the event is the fact that the people in the beer bracket are the real winners. All right, so Commoner has been an official format for a while now. It was introduced as part of the Fab 2.0 event back in, late April, right? Mid-April, late April, either way. But for a good while, up through the early summer, it wasn't available in the pull-down menu in Gem, like over here. For old fuddy-duddy sticklers like myself, the interpretation of that meant that it wasn't available to run as an official OP event. Now, I want to completely grant, people may have been running Commoner Armory events maybe even before Commoner was a thing, and probably before it was even official format. And while I've never seen an official communique, people whom I very much trust have told me that LSS had given them the okay to run Commoner tourneys as part of their armory events even before it was available in the pull down, which is great. That said, as a TO, if I'm expecting people to follow the rules, then I try my damnedest to adhere also. Because once you start omitting or breaking one rule, what's to make someone else follow my rules, right? Follow the other rules. And at the very least in that, it makes it very difficult to properly schedule and advertise your event through the Fab site, as you'd effectively have to choose from the pull down a format you weren't playing, note it in the comments, right? So you could say, we're playing Blitz, and then in the comments you'd say, well, we're really playing Commoner. But then what happens if some guy's visiting from out of town shows up with the wrong deck? That's a feel bad, right? Again, not the end of the world, but you see why that would potentially come up. So, point of that was, for me and others, it wasn't available. For many others it was, but for me it wasn't. But now it's available for everyone because it's there, and it's pretty freaking sweet. So this is a great thing, right? Not just for the new players with whom we're trying to grow our communities, but I think for everyone. So to that end, I want to encourage everyone to try and work Commoner somehow into your armory events rotation to whatever extent it's possible in your community. Now I fully recognize that there may be challenges and pushback to that. At Gongai, we rotate between CC and Blitz with the occasional draft for our armory events. For someone like us, it's less of an issue. But I recognize and acknowledge that other stores and communities just want CC armories all the time, using them as testing grounds for bigger stuff. And that's fine, right? It's fine. So maybe sure for you or your community, it might be an uphill battle, depending on your store, your community, and so on. But championing Commoner at your store in some sort of formalized format beyond, the casual meetup, I really believe will start paying dividends in terms of building a deeper and more diverse community. At Gongai, I'm going to be changing our rotation schedule to include Commoner once every 4 weeks. Our current structure is CC, Blitz, with the occasional draft peppered in based on set releases or just demand. With the Commoner developments combined with a recent perception of frustration with the Blitz format, I'm going to be swapping one of the Blitz format events with a Commoner event. So going forward, we'll be CC, Blitz, CC, Commoner, and so on. I will get the schedule reworked, although I will likely hold to do the work until the Dynasty announcements with the set timing so I can have the schedule be accurate and not have to update it a couple times. But I'll get that posted. You guys will get it. It makes sense, right? It makes sense to not do work twice. I'm also making a change here on the channel. And it's kind of a change. Because, see, my original idea, what I really wanted to do was implement Commoner Tuesdays, where we talk exclusively something related to Commoner, like deck list, strategies, whatever it may be, on Tuesdays. The realistic problem with me doing that as a YouTuber, though, is the expectation. Like, let's say, I don't know, real life gets in the way and I can't shoot, finish editing, or upload by Tuesday. All of a sudden, I lose 50 subs and I get a bunch of nasty grounds because I missed Commoner Tuesday, right? So instead, I'm going to be calling it the Commoner series with the intention of releasing on Tuesdays. It's more political, and it gives me the out, if real life, heaven forbid, becomes a thing. So all joking, kind of joking, not really joking. Anyway, all that aside, that's the plan. I want to support a strong community-focused format, and I'm putting my actions where my words are. So I'll see you on, usually, the second weekday for Commoner discussions. All right, folks, as we close out, I want to again encourage you to push the occasional Commoner event to whatever extent you can in your local community. However you can make it happen, even if it's just you running a side type event that turns into a learn to play, that turns into a whatever it may be, right? Try and push it, try and do whatever you can, because I really do believe it'll pay dividends. And hey, maybe even you become the Commoner dude in your community. And if you get pushback from others in your community, it could happen. First, just bow to their superiority. Second, explain to them that growing the community will only translate to more noobs, which they can crush, which means more XP for them, right? Now, that's a pseudo joke, because I'm #joking, not joking, whatever it is. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Growing the community is a benefit for everyone, even the people who don't necessarily want Commoner. So I do firmly believe that Commoner may be the future of casual competitive Flesh and Blood. And now that we can run armories with the format officially, it's a huge win, in my opinion, to the Fab community. Thank you, LSS, for making it happen, for continuing to support your game the way that you do, and for embracing the changing dynamics of a growing game. And thank you all for watching. Leave me a comment to know what you think, and say it with me, folks, even if just to the screen. Go Commando.